Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily English Channel, your daily English practice. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. We're so happy you're here with us today. If you're new, subscribe so you don't miss our daily episodes.
So, Jake, you look a little confused. What happened?
Ugh, the report happened.
Oh no. What did you do this time?
Okay, so yesterday I was writing an email to my boss. I wanted to say that the project was successful, but there were some delays. I wrote, the project was successful though there were some delays. Then I thought, maybe it should be although? I changed it 3 times and still wasn't sure. Finally, I just sent it and now I'm worried it sounds wrong.
That's so common. And the worst part, while I was telling Lily a similar story, I got even more confused. I said something like, although it rained, we enjoyed the picnic though. And Lily looked at me like I had two heads.
Ah, you mixed up though and although.
I did, and it's so embarrassing because I know the difference. But in the moment, my brain just froze.
It happens. And you know what? That's exactly what we're talking about today, though versus although. 2 words that drive everyone crazy.
Two words, one meaning but different feelings and positions. Let's figure this out once and for all.
Okay, let me give you the simplest explanation first.
Simple. I like simple.
Although and though both mean in spite of the fact that or even if. They introduce a contrasting idea. Same contrast. Different styles. Think of it like this. Imagine 2 parts of a sentence standing next to each other. One part is the main idea. The other part is the surprise or opposite fact. If you use although, it's like wearing a suit more formal and structured. If you use though, it's like wearing jeans more casual and flexible.
Okay. I see the picture.
Although usually starts the sentence or appears in the middle. It feels a bit more serious. Though can start the sentence, appear in the middle, or even sit at the very end like a little afterthought.
That's a perfect way to see it. Although is the formal arrow pointing to contrast. Though is the friendly arrow that can point anywhere.
Exactly. So when I wrote my email, the project was successful though there were some delays. That actually works, but it sounds a bit casual for a boss. I could say although there were some delays, the project was successful. That sounds more professional.
You got it. That picture in my head is really helping. I can literally feel my brain clicking.
Let's practice more everyday situations.
Oh, weather. This is where it gets real.
It was raining. I still went for a run. So, although it was raining, I went for a run. The contrast is clear, and it feels neutral and a bit formal. Or more casually, I went for a run though it was raining. Here though is at the end. Like but anyway.
Perfect. The rain is the surprise. The run is the main action. Same situation. Different positions.
Another one. Sam wanted to join the trip. He was very busy. Although Sam was very busy, he joined the trip. Or Sam joined the trip though he was very busy.
Great observation. Although often comes at the beginning when the contrast is important, though can move around more freely.
I borrowed a book from the library last week. It was expensive, but I really wanted to read it.
Both work, but let's see the feeling. Although the book was expensive, I borrowed it. This sounds clear and balanced. Or at the end, I borrowed the book. It was expensive though. This feels more spoken, like adding a little sigh at the end.
That's a nice simple way to remember it. Although for writing reports or emails. Though for chatting with friends.
My body just relaxed. This is making so much sense now.
Ready for the tricky part? There's even though.
Ah, of course there is.
Even though is like the strong version of although and though. It shows a bigger, more surprising contrast. The even adds extra emphasis. So normal contrast, although it was cold, she wore a t-shirt. Stronger surprise, even though it was freezing outside, she wore only a t-shirt. You feel the shock more.
Exactly. Use even though when the contrast feels almost unbelievable. Now let's talk about common mistakes. I want to know what not to say.
Good idea. This is a big one. Mistake number 1, although it was raining but we went out.
Oh, I've said that before. That's wrong.
You can't use but together with although, though, or even though. They already show the contrast. So the correct way, although it was raining, we went out. Or simply we went out though it was raining.
Got it. No but needed.
Mistake number 2. Using though at the beginning in very formal writing. For example, in a business report, though sales were low, we made a profit. It's acceptable, but although sales were low, we made a profit sounds more professional and is generally preferred in formal contexts.
Oh, because although feels a bit more serious.
Exactly. Though is great for daily talk. Although is safer for important emails or essays. Mistake number 3. Forgetting that though can be an adverb at the end. Here though means however. You cannot use although at the end like that.
Those positions are doing a lot of work today. They're my best friends right now.
Let's talk about some common expressions with these words. It shows strong determination.
Or, here though at the end softens the sentence like, but anyway.
What about as though? That's different. It means as if. For example, not the same as although.
That's very true.
Let's do a side-by-side comparison to make everything crystal clear. Situation 1. Jake needs to explain why he was late to Emma. I say,
And as your friend, I'd casually reply,
Situation 2. Lily wants to go hiking. Strong contrast.
soft addition at the end.
Situation 3. Sam and excuses again.
Think of although as the full formal coat, though as the light jacket that you can wear anywhere, even though as the heavy raincoat for big surprises.
Silly memory tricks, but they stick. Quick question for our listeners. Do you often mix up though and although in your writing or speaking?
Let's talk about what you can and can't do with these words. You can use although and though with full clauses, subject plus verb. You can't put although at the very end like an adverb. Wrong, we had fun although. Correct, we had fun though.
Though is flexible. Although is more fixed in position. Quiz time. Let's do it. Fill in the blank. Blanket was late, I finished the report.
Even though because the contrast is strong.
The report was good. It had some mistakes blank.
Though at the end as an adverb.
She called me yesterday blank she was very busy.
Although or though, both possible, but though feels more natural in speech.
He always arrives late blank he promises to be on time.
Even though because breaking a promise is a strong contrast.
I told him not to worry blank he still felt nervous.
Although clear contrast.
10 out of 10. Nailed it.
You really did. I feel like these arrows are permanently printed in my brain. Can we do one more thing? I want to make sure the positions are solid.
Absolutely. Present, although I am tired, I continue. Or though I am tired, I continue. Or I continue though. Past, although it was difficult, we succeeded. Or even though it was difficult, we succeeded. Have you ever used the wrong one in an important message?
Yeah. Don't judge me. I once wrote in a job application something that sounded strange because I put though in the wrong place.
Emma, you're a beginner sometimes too.
I know. But now with the positions clear, I feel better.
Vocabulary review time. Let's lock it in. Although subordinating conjunction, more formal, introduces contrast, often at the beginning. Though same meaning, more casual. Can be at the beginning, middle, or end. Even though stronger emphasis. Though as adverb, however. And the key rule, although for formal or strong structure. Though for flexible everyday use. Even though for big surprises. No, but together with them. Positions matter.
Two words, similar meaning, different feelings and places. One concept, contrast.
Although likes the front. Though goes anywhere. Even though adds power.
I'll never mix these up again. Question for our listeners. Do you have a sentence where you always get confused between though and although? Tell us in the comments.
And if you still mix them up, it's okay. Just practice with one sentence today.
If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. We post new episodes every day.
Share this with a friend who confuses though and although. Remember the positions. Although starts strong. Though moves freely. Even though surprises loudly.
Simple as that.
Keep listening. Keep learning. Small steps every day.
See you tomorrow.
Bye everyone.